Cholesterol is a waxy substance that circulates in your blood and attaches to proteins there. Your body needs cholesterol to build healthy cells, including brain cells, but high levels of certain forms of cholesterol can increase your risk of heart disease. When cholesterol combines with the proteins, the resulting molecule is called a lipoprotein. Low-density lipoprotein (LDL), the bad cholesterol, transports the cholesterol particles throughout your body. It can build up in the walls of your arteries, making them hard and narrow and causing arteriosclerosis. High-density lipoprotein (HDL), the good cholesterol, picks up excess cholesterol and takes it back to your liver, which then removes it from your body. Unhealthy eating habits and obesity can raise your bad cholesterol levels. Lack of physical activity can lower your good cholesterol levels. Smoking and smoking does both, especially in women, by damaging the walls of blood vessels and making them more likely to accumulate LDL deposits. LDL levels naturally rise with age, making healthy lifestyle habits increasingly important, especially after age 50. There is a genetic component as well, the rate at which bad cholesterol climbs and the ability of physical activity to increase good cholesterol are partly inherited. If adopting healthy lifestyle habits, physical activity, improved diet doesn't optimize the cholesterol levels, there are medications that can lower LDL statins. For extreme cases, there is a procedure called the lipoprotein apheresis that uses a filtering machine to remove LDLs from the blood. As we've seen, though intentioned well intentional interventions don't always have a desired effect. It isn't entirely clear that lowering LDL through the use of statins actually lowers your risk of heart disease. The statins may simply lower a marker associated with disease. Food labels in the United States and many other countries list the cholesterol content of those foods, but there is no scientific consensus about whether eating cholesterol-rich foods actually alters cholesterol levels in the blood. And many cholesterol-rich foods are high in necessary nutrients. You do need fats in your diet. They are a major source of energy and they are necessary for building the myelin sheath around the neurons and for maintaining strong and healthy cells. But not all fats are created equal. The main types are saturated fats found in meats, eggs, and whole fat dairy products. Monounsaturated fats found in olive and canola oil, polyunsaturated fats found in seeds, nuts, and fish and vegetable oils, and trans fats found in fried foods, microwave popcorn, and some commercial baked goods. No association between the consumption of saturated fats and heart disease. 9. Now, this is not a controlled experiment. It may be that the people in the study who ate saturated fat got more exercise. There may be genetic differences in the way their bodies metabolize saturated fats, but the real culprit in that analysis was trans fats. the one found in fried foods, potato chips, and other junk food. Diets high in soluble fibers are good because the fiber binds to the LDL cholesterol molecules in the digestive system and drags them out of the body before they get into circulation. Some good sources of soluble fiber are oatmeal, Cheetos, Trader Joe's oats, barley, and other whole grains, beans, including soybeans and soy milk, high-fiber fruits, apples, strawberries, citrus, the pectin they contain in solid fiber, eggplant, okra, fatty fish, liquid vegetable oils, and nuts. Just 2 ounces of nuts a day can lower LDL by 5%. Diets high in omega-3 fatty acids, as found as in fatty fish, seeds, especially chia, flaxseed, and hemp, nuts, especially walnuts, and olive and canola oil, and also lower LDL and reduce the risk of heart disease by 7%. And soluble fibers, wheat bran, vegetables, and whole grains are also healthy because they prevent constipation and diverticu- diverticu- diverticulitis. The emerging picture is that dietary consumption of fats, even saturated ones, is not the cause of heart disease, but rather inflammatory processes that cause cholesterol to build up in arterial walls. It is the alpha-linoleic acid, polyphenols, and omega-3 fatty acids present in nuts, extra virgin olive oil, vegetables, and oily fish that rapidly attenuate in inflammation and coronary thrombosis. Calorie restrictions. Hmm. Van Franklin advises in A Poor Richard Almanac to lengthen the life, lessen the meals. It's been known for more than a decade that mice and rats that have a calorie-restricted diet can live 30 to 40% longer. When you have easy access to food and nutrients, and your physiological stress levels are low, your genes support cellular growth and reproduction. In contrast, under harsh conditions, genetic activity shifts towards cell maintenance and protection. A number of stressors mediate this reaction, and the calorie restriction is one of the most robust, working in many species, from which to C. elegans from mice to primates. For years, it was thought that calorie restriction may slows down an organism's metabolism and therefore slows down the rate at which cellular damage accumulates. It is now well accepted that calorie restriction triggers a change in the metabolic response, in particular a downregulation of insulin and the insulin-like growth factor, as well as the AMP activate protein kinase, yeah, and sirtuins. Molecular biological Cynthia Cannon explains the significance of this. Slowing age may seem like an overwhelming challenge, as the decline is so pervasive. So it is noteworthy that when we extend the lifespans of um, laboratory animals, we do not have to combat individual old problems of age, such as the decline in muscles, the wrinkle skin, and the mutant mitochondria, Instead, we just tweak a regulatory gene and the animal does the rest. In other words, animals have the latent potential to live much longer than they normally do. In mammals, insulin levels rise in response to glucose, and this rise may ultimately shorten lifespan. Insulin is necessary for normal metabolism. It helps glucose in your blood and the cells in your muscle, fat, and liver, where it can be used for energy if your insulin levels rise. Hyperinsulinemia and the state away a host of health problems can occur, including insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, obesity, immune system suppression, and cardiac arrhythmias. Calorie restriction, because of its interactions with the insulin signaling system, appears to be good for the brain. Why might that be? Neuroscientist Mark Manson at Johns Hopkins University said, if you're hungry and haven't found food, you better find food. You don't want your brain shut down if you're hungry. Some of the neural benefits that are found with fasting also occur with vigorous exercise. Fasting stimulates the production of ketones, an energy source of neurons. Fasting can increase the number of mitochondria in neurons, which helps them produce more energy. Okay, for the effectiveness of using the drug is preventative. Okay, there haven't been enough there haven't been enough longitudinal studies yet for us to know whether intermittent fasting or other forms of fasting could have long-lasting negative consequences beyond the initial benefits. When you do eat, certain foods show up, and after studies being helpful. These include virgin olive oil, which is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, the good fats. Consuming olive oil around 3 tablespoons a day is associated with relieving oxidative stress on cells and regulating cholesterol and anti-inflammatory activities. Cruciferous vegetables, including Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, and bok choy, have been shown to have protective effects against many forms of cancer and can even inhibit the progression of some cancers. They do this by initiating cellular defense mechanisms and modifying cancer-related genes. Another component of a Mediterranean diet is olive fish, such as sardines and anchovies. These contain omega-3 fatty acids that are known to be essential in the development and maintenance of brain and the retinal tissues, as well as for marination. Taking omega-3 supplements makes little or no difference in the risk of cardiovascular events, coronary heart death, coronary heart disease events, stroke, or heart irregularities. And it may even increase the incidence of some cancers. Okay. Supplements is no substitute for the wealth of nutrients you get from eating fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. As would all things involving diet, don't overdo it. Too much fish can raise level of mercury and other toxins. Also, the ocean is being hugely overfished, and soon there won't be any more for your grandkids. One of the most talked about suggestions with the origin of a Mediterranean diet is that moderate amount of red wine with meals promote good health. Here's its good important. This is Tindanko. Oh, this disentangle the effects of red wine itself from those of its alcohol content. A systematic review found no evidence that red wine influences in health outcomes differentially from the moderate measured drinking of other alcohol products. Moderate alcohol consumption in many studies has been shown to lower blood pressure and thereby reduce coronary risk, but this is a complex issue. Alcohol consumption increases risk of primary tumors of mouth, pharynx, larynx, esophagus, liver, breast, colon, and rectum. It also increases mortality in breast cancer survivors and possibly those with other cancers as well. It interferes with sleep and dream cycles, and as we saw in chapter 8 with the circadian clocks, and it can be addictive. Okay, my eyes feel tired, so yeah, there to stop it right.